CrossFit Firepower. We're here for week 4 of the CrossFit Games Open here in Milton, Ontario on TV Cogeco. You've seen us the first 3 weeks. We've had 3 workouts so far. First week we did burpees for 7 minutes. Second week we did an Olympic lift called a snatch for heavyweight second week workout. Third week we saw an 18-minute grinder of box jumps, throwing weight from our shoulders to overhead and toes to bar, which is a gymnastics move. What do we have for week 4?
Week 4, Kim, we're here. I can't believe we're here. Workout 12.4. We're already 4 weeks in of the 5-week series. This week, staying with the same methodology, switching up the modality. We're coming in with a 12-minute AMRAP this week. Wall ball, double unders, muscle ups.
Muscle ups.
High skilled movements, high reps. 150 wall ball, 90 double unders, 30 muscle ups.
So can you explain for those of the people at home that may not know what an AMRAP is, what does that mean and what do those numbers mean for us in this workout?
As many rounds or as many reps as possible. So you're looking to get, well, hopefully all that in. If not, as many reps as you can. That means if you're bleeding, if you're tired, if legs don't work, you're fighting till the last second, till 11:59 to get that last rep. Whatever that rep may be. It could be a wall ball, it could be a double under, it could be a muscle up.
That's right. So one round consists of high numbers here. One round means you've done 150 wall balls, which you'll see in a sec. Heat number 1's warming up. 90 double unders, which is a skipping move, which we'll get into when the heat starts up, and 30 muscle ups. Big time technical gymnastics move.
All right, we're going to get into heat number 1 now of the night. We have some heavy hitters in this heat, particularly Ryan Wildfang. I was talking to him earlier this week, and I know muscle ups is a movement he'd like to get off his back. It's sort of been a monkey on his back. He's had them for a period consistently, and then he loses them for a bit. Tonight's something he's really looking forward to in terms of getting that off of his back.
And then we just started the heat right now, so who Mitch was just referring to over there, Ryan Wildfang.
We'll call that lane 1.
Okay, far left, that is the wall ball we were talking about. They need to complete 150 of these before they move on to the next. How much weight are they throwing at, Mitch?
The males are throwing up 20-pound medicine balls, the girls 14. The guys are going for a 10-foot target, the girls 9 feet.
And what has to happen at the bottom of the wall ball? It's not simply hit that target, we have to do the squat.
There's a full squat that's necessary for the rep to be completed, for the rep to count. That means the crease of the hip must pass below the crease of the knee.
That's right. So the judges will be looking for not only at the top, hitting your target at the top, which is the Reebok Delta at the top or a piece of tape, but that your squat is full at the bottom, and of course you don't drop the ball.
Another thing with the wall ball, Kim, 150, it's a super high number. You're not allowed to move, so the brakes are really compressed. Once you drop that ball, it starts to play in your head. I gotta pick it back up, but you don't have the time to walk around the gym to the next apparatus, the next movement to calm yourself. You just have to stay there and go. And what can happen over time is that the accuracy in the ball toss starts to leave. Now, one thing we know with CrossFit, the standards are set. It's either right or it's wrong. There's no way around it. If that ball does not cross the 9-foot line for the girls or hit the center of that 10-foot target for the delta, or sorry, get over the bottom of that delta, it's a no rep.
That's right. And then you know that you need to work a little harder to hit those 2 points at the top and the bottom. Now, when we looking at these competitors completing their wall balls right now, 150 really plays into the game. It's a huge number, and you cannot think about it when you're throwing it up. You have to break it up into little chunks in your head. Sets of 10, sets of 20, sets of 30. I know that for Christine Hatfield, who is one of our females competing in this heat, her judge is Sean in the red shirt right here. I know she was probably trying to get a big long number for her first set, throw up say maybe 50 in a row before she dropped it the first time, because the first time you drop it, just like you said, it's like, now I gotta pick it back up.
You're gonna fall out of a rhythm. With the wall ball, this is one of those movements, and this speaks to the design of the workout. Another brilliant design coming from headquarters this week. The wall ball is a full body movement, just like we've seen the burpee, the snatch, the toes to bar, the box jump. Full body movements. You're required higher, that squat, what it's going to do is it's going to take your hip out of the equation. Done properly, it should take the hip out of the equation. 150 times a full extension up top with a 20-pound or 14-pound ball is going to take your shoulders out.
That's right.
Now we're going to have you move on to the double under, which is a skip. One jump, the rope passes twice underneath your body in one jump. So,
right.
Shoulders, wrists, your arms are locked up at this point.
Oh yes, we both did this one today.
Yes.
Couldn't believe the legs and the shoulders both done after the wall ball.
And then if you were lucky, in the 12 minutes, you have completed the 150 wall ball, the 90 double unders with the efficiency it takes to move on. When you get to the rings for that coveted muscle up, the hip speed is tremendous. It needs to be tremendous and able to get on top of the rings. Once you're on top of the rings, you need to be able to push out of the bottom to lock, getting your arm fully extended at the top for the rep to count.
I do hope that we get some of our competitors today on the ring so we can show everybody at home the muscle up, the elusive muscle up. One thing I wanted to mention before these guys get out of their wall balls, I know they're probably about, some of them could be about halfway through, I would say, 75 complete. I would encourage my athlete, if I was judging, to stay as close to the wall as possible, to never drop the ball below your chest. Too much work to have it come down to the waist and then up. And then, of course, try and have your wall ball movement very fluid, not choppy. You should never stop. Cycle it around. Catch it on the way down, throw it on the way up, and cycle it right around.
The big thing with the wall ball is that weight sits on the shoulder. If you keep it on the shoulder and don't absorb it into the hip, you're going to gas.
Yeah.
You need that hip to be moving east-west, not north-south. It needs to act as a slingshot. So when you pop your hip, that you're jumping that ball off your shoulder, hopefully to near full extension anyway. All you do is add a little bit of an arm pop to get it the rest of the way.
Exactly. So if you watch these athletes right now, look at the guys against their 10-foot target. Every time they throw it up, it's a jump. So they're putting the momentum from their hips into the ball and hopefully creating elevation on the ball without their shoulders having to do it. So you can see the jump. And that tends to fade. That's more fatigue that we get. And as a judge, again, you're going to encourage your athlete to keep that jump, because our hips are the most powerful part of our body. You can see Mo over there in the corner in the green shirt. There is a point during the wall balls that you think, I don't know if I'm going to get through it. He looks like he might be there right about now.
Psychologically, the way the wall ball plays on you, you're kind of in a dark corner. You're facing the wall. There's not much breathing room. It's you in your head. And a lot of time when you, as you spoke to earlier, once you get out of that rhythm, that negative voice starts to sink in and says, you're so far from 150. You can't do this. You pick up the ball, you do 3 reps, you drop it, and all of a sudden you're stuck in a bit of a vortex.
This we know is normal. I don't know if you were saying that to yourself today. I certainly was, and these athletes are as well right about now, and we all know it. It's hard for everybody, so everybody gets respect. You can see, go ahead.
Sorry, you see Alex Wong turning around and talking to his judge, Chris Christensen. He's probably getting close to the end of his wall ball, but just that simple little turnaround to his judge, that human contact, that communication, it's going to help to keep his mind fresh and calm so he can maintain his proper form through the wall ball.
It's true. It's a totally different story if in a workout it's designed that you only have, say, 10 or 15 wall balls to do and then you get out of there. You are stuck here for what will take some people 5, 7, 12 minutes.
Ryan Wild came off of the ball onto his skip. Now he should get these 90 double unders done pretty quickly. We're looking at about a minute and a half for him to get his wall ball done. Then he's on to the rings. He should have about 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes to play on the rings, which is exactly what he wants. We'll see how he fares when he gets there. He's going to go 1 muscle up at a time, 2 muscle ups at a time. We'll see.
And Ryan, I will say, just knowing him and I going head to head sometimes in the gym, he's a fantastic skipper. So one thing he's really good at, he's probably going to try and do them all in about 2 sets. If we take a look at anybody on the double unders right now, I can see that Christine Hadfield from Square One CrossFit is just about to start her double unders. What we're doing here, it's such an explosive full body jump compared to a single skip. We're jumping a little higher, we're landing a little softer, but your core has to be so tight to be able to whip those wrists around and get the rope around twice for 1 jump. So if you look close, hopefully you can see it.
breath here, just a little bit, and he's going to get onto that ring.
And he's got plenty of time. He's got just under 4 minutes, and he's looking for 30 muscle-ups, which is a huge number.
One down, you can see when he's hanging at the bottom, he turns his wrists out. That's to show the judges that he's completely locked out at the bottom. He's going from full extension at the bottom to full extension at the top. One of those things we spoke to earlier, if it doesn't happen, it will be a no rep.
That's right. And would you say the muscle up, which is what you can see on the rings right now, is one of the most elusive moves for any CrossFitter to attain?
There's a stigma around the muscle up that says, oh, I can't do it. Only the elite can do it. But Kim, it's simply not true. It really isn't. Yes, is it difficult? Of course it's difficult, simply because it utilizes your entire body. But just like any movement in the gym, all it requires is proper form. If the technique is solid and you understand how the body moves through the movement, it is obtainable.
And we see Christine Hatfield from Square One CrossFit just coming up here. She's finished her double unders, and she's going to get on the rings, and she's going to hope for a bunch of muscle ups. She still has under 3 minutes left.
2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining to play. That's tons of time to play on the ring. And Kim, this is where this workout 12 is going to be won and lost. It's on the ring. Every rep counts. The more muscle ups you have, there you see Christine's up.
Nice job.
She's going, oh, no, she opted to come down off the ring. It's a wide choice. 2 minutes is quite a long time.
Yeah, that's right. And actually, just from doing it today, their legs are gassed. If you're watching at home, their legs are shaking from those wall balls, and every time they land after each ring dip, it's like a shot right up through the legs. Jello.
Terrible feeling.
Number two, beautiful job. And we see, if we look back to the guys on the wall balls over there, it will be a success for many of our athletes tonight simply to complete the 150 wall balls.
Absolutely. See, this is where it starts to get tough. Ryan Wildfang has just failed his first muscle up. He still has over just under 2 minutes remaining in the workout. Tons of time. But once you fail that one muscle up, in your head it starts to play. It takes the same amount of strength to get it as it does to fail. So you're a little bit more tired, and you know that form is starting to wane. To be able to stay mentally tough, retreat to the proper technique. As he has here, he's kept his hands in nice and tight. He's pushed out of the bottom with his hands close to the side of his body, which is what's necessary to complete the movement.
And just for those of you at home that maybe everyone getting a lot of support here in heat number one, for those of you that regularly do say dips at a gym, off a bar, off a box, basically the muscle up, you can see they're using momentum to get up, and where they end up is in the deepest dip of their life. So they are, and then they have to just push out of that. Beautiful. Oh.
You can see, he didn't have enough. He didn't have enough in his midline. His hip did not pop back enough to throw him over through that transition.
Still about 35 seconds. They can still get a few. And then, do we have anybody? Alex Wong has finished his wall balls, and he's on to the double unders.
Alex is going to fight to get as many doubles. Same with Mo. Mo is done. Ashley Mueller is done.
Oh, I'm so proud of them.
On to the double unders.
It is tough just to get out of the wall balls, and everybody in this heat has done it. Good job. Ashley trying to get as many double unders as she can. We have 10 seconds left. Let's see if these athletes can get one more muscle up. Oh, what a fantastic effort.
And you can see
3 seconds.
Wildfang's going to be very happy with that performance. He knows he did a good job. He knows he got over 5, which is what was essentially needed here to be able to contribute to his team.
Got it. All the athletes did well in heat number one. It's a tough workout this week. Even though last week was 18 minutes, this week is 12. It's a totally different feel.
And just like in the 3 previous weeks, well, more so the previous 2 weeks, you can really see where the experience in the athlete starts to come through. All the athletes with just a little bit more time in the gym all seem to know how to move their body shifts a little bit more efficiently, a little more smoothly. So they're able to get out of that wall ball a little bit quicker. They're able to get out of that double under a little bit quicker. Or without saving their shoulders.
That's right. And then the other thing is with the double unders, I mean, you don't have to be superiorly fit or anything. It just takes practice. So if you have double unders and you're good at those, 90, not a huge deal. Some people, it's going to successful double under tonight.
Absolutely. It's one of those movements. That's the thing with CrossFit. It's simply not just strapping a band onto your leg and seeing how many times you can move it forward and backward. These movements are skills compacted on top of skills to comprise the entire movement. Yeah. And time in the gym is the only way you can start to understand how your body moves in a way that will actually complete that rep, that movement.
That's right. And so some of our athletes completed, say, 150, 200, 245 reps today, but they all were uncomfortable, and that's what makes them all equal.
Absolutely, absolutely. There's never a moment where you're thinking, whoa, this is fun. I'm enjoying myself. I feel great. You never do.
No, and you're not supposed to.
No matter the level, and you're not supposed to. And that's what keeps you coming back for more. The workout is always king. Anyway, we'll see you on the other side of this break with Heat 2.
Ready for heat number 2. We're getting all set up. This is an all-male heat. We got a bunch of guys throwing the balls around in this one. Just want to recap again, this is a 5-week open competition that absolutely anyone can participate in. We are currently in week number 4, where in our gym, the Reebok CrossFit Firepower in Milton, Ontario, has 110 of our members participating. So we are sort of entered as a team in the CrossFit Games competition online, where I'm excited to say that we currently stand 14th and 22nd in Canada East.
22nd? As of when?
Around 5 o'clock today.
All right. Not bad. Not too shabby at all.
Did you think we were better off or worse off?
No, last time I checked, the second team was in 36th.
Oh,
so
yeah.
That's great.
Yep. So we've moved up, and we want to have both our teams top 30, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so did you want to enlighten us a little bit about the team competition?
The way the team works is, this year what headquarters has done is, because the affiliates are getting so big now, last year you were only allowed one team to compete in the regionals, which is next after these sectionals. But this year, because they're getting so big, now we have 2 teams.
That's exciting for us. So we get to send more athletes.
Yes. So we're on now, heat number 2. We'll come back to that.
That's right.
Heat number 2, we got Levi Brown in lane 1, Jordan Shembry in lane 2, Matt DeYoung in lane 3, and Brian Gaudette in lane 4.
Right in the corner. Lane 4 is right in that corner.
You'll notice the height for some of these guys, particularly Matt DeYoung. Brian Gaudette is no shorty either. A little bit of an advantage with the height here, although you do have, it's more travel on the way down with the squat. When fully extended, that hand is just a little bit closer to the target. So that throw for the shorter guys becomes more of a toss.
It's true. The wall ball favors the taller guys. Even though they have to squat further on the way up, it's just that much easier for them.
It's gonna save the shoulder a little bit more for when the double unders approach, and then again with the muscle ups. That's
true, and we have a really nice age range represented in that heat. We've got probably everything from our 20s to right through to the 30s and including the 40s.
Absolutely, but like you said earlier, everyone is going to feel that pain. Everyone's going to be in the exact same spot.
Do you have a favorite for who's going to get out of the wall balls first?
I know Levi. He has a good engine on him, and he's got a good mind. He's gonna go.
And even though he's not the tallest guy there, he does. This is kind of his thing, I think.
He has a good solid squat. He plants his heels well, and he gets his hips moving. So I think he might get off the wall first.
I'm not sure if all 4 of these guys have their double unders in their skill bank.
I know Levi does. George Shembry, consistent, not dialed, but consistent. Matt DeYoung and Brian, I'm not 100% sure of at this point.
So hopefully we'll get to see all of these guys. In my prediction, I think all of these guys are going to come out of the wall ball and be able to skip tonight.
So speaking back to the way the affiliate now have 2 teams. All these guys competing right now are on Reebok CrossFit Firepower Team 2.
That's right.
Team 1, so this is the issue. Most gyms, because the memberships have grown, most gyms now, okay, I can have 2 teams in regionals, but I want to make sure I get 2 teams to regionals. So how do I effectively split up my top athletes, guaranteeing that I can get both 2 regionals, but still covering my behind just in case somebody gets injured.
It's true. Strategy.
So what Reebok CrossFit Firepower has done, we've had Team 1. We have Team 1 with 10 athletes, some of which have gone tonight, some we'll see coming up. Dan Rogers, Andrew Galley, Chris Christensen, Annie Gordon, Jessica Evans, Kat Sankar, Daniel Cincini, Jordan Levine, Jennifer Young, and Sherry Stevenson.
That's right.
Okay, a lot of them with the top scores here tonight. That's Team 1. 6 will compete in the regionals. 2 will be going as alternates. The other 2, that will be the end of their year. This will be the end of their year.
Okay.
Reason being is because once you declare onto one team, you cannot cross over to the other team.
That's right.
That's what makes it so difficult. So for the second team, off of the 18 competitors that were designated at the beginning of the year as Firepower's competitive team, the other 8 will lead off Team 2. That's Ryan Wildfang, who we saw in the first heat, Derek McDonald, who's now judging, Matt DeYoung in the white hat, and Albagari, who also went earlier today, and Sean Kelly, big tall Sean Kelly. He's out now with a torn lat. So that's how easily injuries can occur. He did not do it during this workout. It was at a certification course, a gymnastics certification course, that he tore his lat, but he's out, he's done for the season. Females, Sarah Mack, Tammy, Sheena, Vicky, Shemri, some who have gone so far tonight, but some we'll see later coming up.
That's
so
right.
it's those 8 plus the other 110 members.
Right, joining them on Team 2.
Joining them on Team 2. And how it's scored every week, the top 3 men and the top 3 women from each team, their scores get compiled and put them somewhere on, they fall somewhere on the list. Right now, 14th and 22nd.
Yes, right now, as of tonight.
As of right now, respectively. You need to be in the top 30 out of 60 teams to be moving on to regionals. So that means every week there's pressure on the top guys to do as well as they can. But there's also a reserve tank in the 110 other individuals at the gym. They know exactly what's on the line, so they know when they have their one workout come up that this is my workout. It's their time to shine, and they know that every rep they put forth will help the second team.
Exactly.
The second team qualify for the regionals, and that's what's on the line for them. You talk about community. You talk about atmosphere within the gym. Well, that's what creates it. Being able to see that, being able to look to the guy next to you and say, hey, my rep helped.
That's right, and that's what all 4 of these guys right now in heat number 2 are looking to do, is improve the team score. And we're really hoping that Levi in heat number 1 can get to the muscle-ups tonight and maybe bang off his first couple of muscle-ups.
You'll see George, the head coach of the competitive team, working beside Levi. That's no coincidence.
That's right.
He knows he can wring that cloth dry for everything, every ounce of water it has.
That's right. So George is coaching Levi for both technique and intensity to make sure that he's not gassed when he's done the wall ball, but that he gives himself tons of time to get the double unders in and muscle-ups.
Just for a reference point, today we had some of the Reebok CrossFit Firepower 1 go earlier in the day. We had Dan Rogers complete 16 muscle-ups. Annie Gordon completed 4. Chris Christensen 10. The rest have Daniel Cincini 13 muscle-ups. I was there, I saw it. He finished his 150 wall ball in about 6 minutes.
That's fantastic. That alone.
He had about 5 minutes, along with Dan Rogers, about 5 minutes to play on the rings. That's more than enough time, but again, that speaks to the brilliance of the workout. Having completed that wall ball in that amount of time with that speed, the shoulders are going to go. So these guys who can normally string 7 to 10 muscle-ups in a row on any given day are reduced to doing 1 coming off the ring, 1 coming off the ring. Yeah, working really, 1 at a time.
It really does show you how just the formulation of a workout can change everything into what you think you could do and to the standards that you set for yourself. We have currently about 7 minutes down, 5 more to go. So I'm assuming you're going to see somebody come off the wall ball soon. I have high hopes for that.
Levi was just doubled over. He's kicking the ball. It's a good technique to buy some time. Kick the ball away from you. Kick the equipment as far as possible. Just tell yourself you're resetting. I do it all the time.
I walked away from my ball quite a few times today, and I had a few people coaching me on, and they said, stop walking away from the ball. Stay right there. Oh, Levi's done.
There you go. Levi is going. He's taking a swig of water. Normally we get on the athletes for taking a lot, a drink of water and a workout. But I think when you've just completed 150 wall ball, which is a workout in itself,
It is.
It's allowed.
Literally? Yes.
Literally, yes.
So that's true. So some of our workouts, if you are a CrossFitter or you've been in a little bit, been on the website a little bit, you'll know that some of our workouts have names, and they're sort of benchmark workouts, and 150 wall balls is Karen. We've named her Karen, and that's a workout that we complete from time to time, constantly trying to get better at it. But when we do Karen in the gym, we don't do it with anything else afterwards.
No, you go home.
Yeah, that's right. That's your workout of the day.
And you go home. You can see Levi. That's the thing with Karen. Karen will take the win from your sales. Levi, someone who normally can hit a double under, is starting to struggle right now. You can see he's gassed. He's double over. He's trying to get as much air in as he possibly can.
The legs are feeling like jello. And you were talking earlier when you were talking about the teams, Mitch, about the great team atmosphere in here. Yes, I agree, great team atmosphere, but also family-friendly atmosphere. So right now, usually Levi's wife and 2 twin daughters come and cheer him on. As well, George Shembry probably has his entire family here cheering him on.
Oh, George is looking to ride in the front seat tonight.
That's right. Back to week number 1.
Yeah.
And Brian Gaudette, his wife, who's also a member here, he has 4 sons, and I've seen 3 of them so far. I'm assuming the other one is here as well. So also we've got the gym doors open, and out back we've got all the kids riding out back on their scooters and their bikes. There's also, again, as usual, a paleo snack bar behind us. You can grab something to eat for free. Fantastic family atmosphere in here.
Just under 3 minutes remaining. You can see Levi. He's trying.
I can almost feel his frustration right now.
This is what I wanted to speak on earlier with the double under. Like the rest of the movements in here, it's a skill. You have to learn how to do it properly. The jump, the bound on the toes has to be a little bit higher, and those arms have to be glued to the side of your body. You can see Levi, when he gets one, his arms are coming out a little bit wide.
Yep.
That's inefficient, and when you have nothing left in the shoulder, it's going to take its toll. You can see Brian Gaudette. Although his head is down, those arms are nice and close to the body.
That's right.
It's going to help him sail through these 90 double unders a lot quicker.
The wall balls gas your shoulders out so bad. One of our trainers, Chris Christensen, today on his double unders, his arms were so wide I couldn't believe it. It's because his shoulders were so sore.
Looks like he's rolling down the window.
Yeah, I'm like, get those arms closer, but he was just gassed from the wall balls. Brian's doing a great job on the double unders. The other thing I noticed, our coach and owner George was thinking about there for a second with Dan Albergaria, was thinking about having Levi switch his jump rope from the skinny wire rope to the thicker plastic rope.
There are different makes, there are different types of ropes that you can use to do double unders. The ones that the boys are using right now are speed ropes. The way it's designed is the toggle where the actual rope is inserted, it's free spinning. You can rotate 360 degrees. It allows that quick flick of the wrist to be activated a little bit quicker.
Yeah, and I actually prefer the thicker rope that doesn't go as fast. I find I can manage with it okay, personal preference. And look at this, Maddie's off the wall ball. Let's see if we can get George off the wall ball. We've got a minute, 11 seconds left. Maddie's got to pick up that rope, catch his breath. Here he goes.
He is gassed. This is a workout. This is one of those workouts where conditioning and, again, time in the gym, just knowing how to allocate, regardless of your size. So we say it's easier, we say it's harder if you're bigger or smaller. It's just a terrible, terrible feeling.
It is, and I really hope George can get off these wall ball and get a couple double unders. The double unders, such an explosive move. Skipping and all you need is a rope to do a double under, right? So you can practice this anywhere. Bring it on a road trip with you, on a work trip. Oh, Brian's off the rope. Good job, Brian.
He's got 30 seconds left. He knows if he can get one of these muscle ups, it's his night.
Oh, he's gonna try his best. Here he goes with 24 seconds left.
He's got his brother-in-law judging him. Again, a family affair. It's always a family affair here.
That's right.
He's going through that mental checklist. 1 kip, 2 kips, up he goes. You can see he has the height. He has the height, but that transition is just not there yet.
That's it, Brian. Come on, one last chance. 3 seconds. Get it. So
Again,
close.
that height, he's pulling to the bottom of the breast line, which is necessary. But if he's not used to that transition, being able to throw his upper body through so his chest is parallel with the ground, to be able to push up out of that ring dip is just not going to happen.
That's right, and if you check out these athletes laying on the ground, we know what they're feeling. Their heart, their lungs are in their throats right about now, and George Chembry did get off the wall ball, and so we got everybody out of the wall ball. It was a great heat to watch. We're setting up for heat number 3 coming up next.
Come back after this break with heat number 3. Welcome back to Reebok CrossFit Firepower here in Milton, Ontario. We're here for workout 12.4 on the Reebok CrossFit Games Open.
That's right, 4th week of 5. We're tracking every single week all the athletes in our gym. You could be next year, this could be you. Workout of the week is, just to recap, we've got a 12-minute AMRAP starting with 150 wall balls.
Otherwise known as Karen, its own individual workout.
That's right, and then some skipping, 90 double unders, which we've seen.
Just some skipping. 90 double unders.
And then you got to get up on the rings for a gymnastics move, 30 muscle ups.
Muscle up, going from a dead hang on the rings, pulling up into the bottom of a ring dip, then pushing up till the arm is fully extended.
And we're just about to start. We're about 8 seconds away from heat number 3 starting. Who do we have in the heat?
In lane number 1 in the black shirt, we have Tito. Beside him, Brandon Smith. One to watch. Lane number 3, Jordan Levine. Inside him, also shirts off with a tattoo across his back, that's Liam. Coming up the sidewall, we have Karen Cook. And closest to us, we have Carmen Chembry in the pink. Her husband, George, just completed the workout in heat number 2.
That's right. So Karen Cook doing Karen. I don't know if Karen's fairly new to the gym. I'm not sure if she's ever done this workout before. I am so rooting for her to get 150 wall balls in 12 minutes.
And I think that's another point to speak on about the way this workout is designed. Someone like Karen Cook, who maybe has not done Karen before, this is an opportunity for her to come in and try it, to see how close she can get or if she can complete it.
And it's in a friendly competition style setting where there's a little bit more stress on top of the physical stress. So she knows there's a crowd here to support her and cheer her on, and she will put forth her best effort. What'll happen then is she'll then have, her judge will let her know it took her, say, 11 minutes to do 150 wall balls. So when we do this workout, say 3-4 months from now, Karen pops up on the workout of the day, she will try to beat it.
Exactly. The thing for Karen, and I think for all the competitors right now, is being able to stay calm. They're only a minute in, they're just over a minute in, and that heart rate is starting to race. The mind is starting to go with it. Once the heart starts to jack, it's always a tendency for the mind to go with it. It's really important, though, to be able to stay calm and stay in the pocket. You'll see just behind Jordan Levine is his coach, his judge for this team, and teammate, Dan Albagaria. Also, if you remember from the snatch workout, they faced off one another.
I do.
They're kind of we call them the father and son pairing, although they're not. But they are the little guys on the team. Their bodies move quite similar fashions, and they know each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Yep.
Dan's going to try to keep him calm and keep him at a good pace to get through this wall ball, saving his shoulders for the rings.
You're right, and keeping calm is such a great point to bring up, because some people at home might be saying, but I thought you're supposed to do it as fast as you can stand it, and you absolutely are. High intensity is one of the 4 main components of CrossFit, but what you need to do is go as fast as you can stand it and keep calm at the same time. Keep calm under a little bit of pressure, some physical stress, and in this case, the stress of just being in a competition.
Absolutely. You'll notice some of you at home may notice that Tito does not have a delta to hit. His judge, Brian Kay, is approximating the height that he's going to have to go to, and you can see Tito right now really struggling to get that ball up there. That's one of those things. You can see the weight is on his toes, and he's using his quad to jump the ball up rather than his hip.
Yes, and I must have done that a million times today from the way my legs are feeling right now. But if you want to be a sort of a judge at home and watching these guys, the ball has to at least touch or, of course, go a little higher than the target. It looks like Tito's hitting for the top of that eye right now, and the girls, the ladies are on a 9-foot target. So if you're judging from home, our deltas are simply at 8 feet. So we've measured and put a piece of tape 1 foot higher than the delta, and that's what the ladies are going for at home. If it doesn't hit it, it's not counted as a rep. Simple as that.
Having just watched husband George's performance, Carm knows that the front seat is still a possibility for the night.
That's true. I think George probably got a few double unders in. I know Carmen's probably hoping to get all her wall balls and her double unders in tonight. Carmen in the orange tank top.
Jordan Levine stepping back to the ball now. He's trying to be very meticulous about his breaks. I talked to him earlier before. If he can stick to 25 wall ball a minute, that'll get him done with plenty of time. He'll blaze through the double unders, and then he's going to have days on the rings, which is what he wants.
And what was he hoping for? 25 a minute?
25 wall ball a minute. He's going to be looking to get over 16 muscle ups, which is what Dan Rogers got. This is a workout, though, that is tailored to Jordan. You haven't had the opportunity to see Jordan on the rings yet, but he flies through the air. He's got that little frame on him, but he also knows how to fire his hip.
That's right. And I just want to point out, as I'm watching Karen Cook in the blue shirt on her wall balls, if you watch, I would like her to get maybe a little bit closer to the wall. The arc on her ball, she's just not hitting quite an arc on her ball. It's not bouncing off the garage door for her. So when it's coming down way too far ahead of her. I'd like to see that ball fall right on top of her chest so she does not have to spend the energy to reach out for it, as you can see her doing.
Absorb the ball into your chest, squat, feeling the weight in your hip, popping the hip back to start the ball in motion.
That's right. And Liam in the corner there, even though he's very, very new to our gym, great guy, like him a lot, just finished foundations.
Extremely strong.
Yeah, he is doing phenomenal in this year's Open. It's his first one, and he's only been CrossFitting for maybe a few months.
That's the great thing about CrossFit, though, is you can literally come in and you could have done it for 1 week. Next thing you know, you're in the competition.
It's true, and it can be a little overwhelming, but you deserve to be there. And that's one thing, it's called the Open for that reason. It is open to all, and 70,000 people across the world are doing it right now. They say CrossFit is the most participative sport that you can join, where nobody is left out. We don't care if you're 4 years old, 94, 400 pounds, sick, injured, disabled. We want you in here CrossFitting because we know you will benefit from it.
70,000 is a giant number.
70,000.
It's a giant number.
I know. They said they expected about Dave Castro, who's a CrossFit headquarters dude, says he expected around 50, 55,000. He can't believe 70,000 people signed up to participate all around the world.
But it just goes to show you, A, how much fun it is, and B, the results.
It's true, and it is fun. So this is every average CrossFitter's CrossFit Games tonight. This is Liam's. This is Carmen's CrossFit Games. It is so amazing to, in a sort of competition-style setting, to work out alongside your buddy or the girl that you work out with every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, trying to hit like one extra rep. It's like, they say it's the most egalitarian, sport in the world. You show up, you throw down, you do the work that's asked of you. You don't have to try out. Nobody knows your name, but you're in this worldwide sporting competition. It's very cool.
I was saying to my lovely girlfriend earlier today that before every workout at 3, 2, 1, go, I actually feel like I'm going up the chain on a roller coaster, just getting ready to drop. The heart rate spikes. That adrenaline starts to flow, you can feel it, and there really is nothing like it. It's one last breath, it's one last, here we go, and then the mind shuts down.
It's true. It's almost better to be in the workout than the 10 seconds before the workout starts, would you say?
Absolutely.
It's like, let's just get this going. And it's interesting, it's the same way our mind prepares us for just our general daily life battles, like an uncomfortable meeting with our boss, like the kids that have been fighting all day at home and you don't know what to do with them. That is the same kind of mind battles that go on in the tough stuff in life. We practice it here every day. It makes us better physically, fitness-wise and mentally.
How do you deal with the stress? You accept that it's not going away and you move through it.
That's right, and I'm so excited. Carmen is out of the wall balls with tons of time left, 4 minutes left.
And she's going to try her hardest to get all these double unders done, even if it's 1 or 2 at a time, that's no problem. 4 minutes on the clock, it seems like days.
I hope she gets a rhythm here and she can string a whole bunch together.
Now we'll see. Results just in. Ryan Wildfang, the previous heat, 8 muscle-ups. Before him earlier today, Dan Alvagaria, Jordan Levine's judge, who's walking him to his rope right now, completed this workout with 13 muscle-ups. That Derek McDonald, another person, the third male on this Reebok CrossFit Firepower competitive team 2, has yet to go. But that means that spot for that next highest score is still open. So all these guys have an opportunity to contribute, get that third spot of the highest score, if not exceed it.
That's right. And I just saw Jordan, who's on the double unders right now. Either his legs were shaking or he was shaking his legs, just giving them a little shake. They felt like jello when he started with the rope. He had to stop.
You can see him doubled over. Jordan, I spoke to him a little bit earlier before. He did 100 wall ball 2 nights ago just to test it out. He did it in probably 2 to 3 minutes. So you can tell he's gassed.
And I can see his frustration. I just could read his lips there. He said, my legs, my legs. He can't even probably feel his legs right now. He's going through the motions. Yeah, oh, good job. Everything that his sort of training has prepared him for, his body's just going through those motions. And I can see Liam. I don't know if you can see Liam in the corner of the gym there with the blue shoes. He's on his double unders. As is Brandon.
90 is not a large number for double unders, so he's going to keep going. He's going to get through this 90. He's going to be a little bit pissed off, which might actually serve him well, because he'll probably have just over a minute 30 on the rings, and knowing Jordo, he's going to go for it.
I know, he's got to go for it. You're right. He's not going to be happy with how these double unders are going. And there's Karen Cook on the wall ball still. I'd love to see her get her elbows up a little higher on the catch so that she can land right on her chest. There you go. It's a heavy wall ball for her, and it's a high one, 9 feet target. Let's see some of these competitors finish their double unders. How much time?
40. You can see everybody's starting to get a little bit edgy here. They know what's on the line, particularly for Jordan. They're really pushing for him to get this done.
It's true.
Look at that. Carmen Shembri, front seat for her tonight. She's on in the ring. Carmen, we talked about how elusive that muscle up is. This is something for her. She's never completed one.
It's true, and I'm in the same boat as Carmen. I've never been able to do a muscle up.
You can see
but she's gonna try. She's gonna try. Coach George made her try.
You can see her smiling and laughing, and that's the way CrossFit is. Even though you can't do it, put your hands on the ring, give it a swing, show everybody in the audience that you're gonna try.
And I know that Carmen is happy to get those 240 reps, and actually Kat Senkar's encouraging her to try another.
And away we go. Jordan up on the ring.
He's gotta go.
As much as you can see, he's got 45 seconds on the clock. He's gonna try to get 20 muscle ups. Is that 4 or 5?
4.
4. Good. He's gonna get a little shake. You can see
He's gotta go. He's gotta go.
see the crowd getting into it now. Everybody knows what's on the line.
Liam's struggling over there with his double unders. He's gonna get them though. Okay, he's got to swing Jordo to get a whole bunch together here. There we go.
Good. They got 6 seconds.
He's got to get back up.
Approach 16. And he could come out with the third or fourth highest score in the gym tonight.
This is where he's not going to breathe. He's just going to do.
But you can see him checking the clock.
3. Good job, Jordo.
He's not going to be happy with that, though.
Is he not?
No.
I'm guessing he got 9 muscle ups.
9 or 10 muscle ups. He knows. We'll come back. We'll talk about this all after the break when we're set up for Heat 4.
Into the 4th and final heat for the evening. We've got some awesome stories to talk about in this heat. We've got Corey for the guys against the wall, 10-foot target. Corey Cheek, Greg Baker, and Jason Cook. Jason Cook's wife, Karen, was in the heat just before this one. And who do we have for the ladies?
We got Julie Gaudette. Her husband Brian went a few heats ago. You can see him trying to that muscle up. A great pull, just doesn't have the transition yet. We'll see how Julie fares. Great athlete, great engine. I'm looking forward to seeing her go. I think it's possible for her to get through the wall ball and the double unders.
Me too. Beside her is a great story too, Sherry Stevenson.
Sherry Stevenson. Sherry is a member of Reebok CrossFit Firepower 1. She's going to be one of the top 3 girls in this workout, hands down, no doubt. She has a muscle up. She has the gas tank. This is a workout she's really looking to put her up in contention.
It's true. She has the gymnastics in her arsenal, so she's happy with this workout. Beside her, we have Cindy Holloway in the black tank top on her muscle ups as well. We've seen her in past weeks. I hope all 6 of these athletes, as always, I mean, I want them all to succeed, and they'll always do better than they thought they would have done. I want them all to get off that wall tonight and on the rope.
The great thing about a workout like this is everybody's going to have different goals going into it. Julie's probably just looking through to get through 150 wall ball. Sherry will not be happy unless she gets at least a few muscle ups. And Cindy, she probably has a number a little bit less than 150. 150 would be phenomenal for her. She would go home ecstatic if she got 150 wall ball.
It's true, and we'll see. Cindy's also fairly new to CrossFit, and we'll see her struggle. She's got some knee issues, so she battles with that and tries to do, focuses on her technique in the squat, not to aggravate those.
The brace is off though. Normally wears a pretty thick knee brace, but not tonight, so you can see that healing.
She has said, she's mentioned that, she's done tons of physio for her knee issues, and she has said the stability she feels in her knee just from the all-around CrossFit training that she's done is more than she's sort of attained in in a year of physio. Let's talk about Julie in the pink tank top for a sec. Just want to mention her brother Chris is her judge this evening, so again, just mentioning the family connection. I'm not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing to have your brother judging you, but I know that she does look up to him as an athlete, so he will push her to do, hopefully, something she wasn't hoping to get tonight.
You can see Sherry Stevenson just inside her going hard. She has a good, steady pace. She's off to, I think that was her second break in just about 2 minutes. So you can see she's focused. She knows what has to be done. She picks that ball up and gets right back to it. Good hip movement. She's planting her heels. She's extending her arms, absorbing that ball right back into her chest.
So you can see that, yeah, she is cycling the ball around really nice, creating huge momentum on the ball with her hips. So all she has to do is just extend her arms, and there it goes. What you don't want to get into is a situation where the ball's coming down and literally beating you up. It comes down so heavy and you're not absorbing it into your squat, and it's just sort of beating you up every time it comes down.
For Reebok CrossFit Firepower 2, for the males, Ryan Wildfang leads now with 8 muscle ups. Sean Close, a trainer here at Firepower, did it earlier today. He got 6 muscle ups. So that third spot for the second team to push them over the edge is still open. Call me crazy, but I really think Corey in the corner could be someone who could possibly do it. This is a guy, he's very, very new to CrossFit, but he has an extremely athletic background. He loves being in the gym. Already has a muscle up. He can string them together. If he can get through the wall ball and manage to get the double unders done, the double unders is where it might go awry.
That's right. It's just a practice issue, not a fitness thing.
But I don't think the wall ball should be a problem. If he could get the double unders completed, there's no reason why he couldn't get 2-3 muscle ups.
That's true. And Jason Cook, in the middle of the guys in the black t-shirt, whose wife competed just before him, also has found such amazing gains in his fitness, definitely flexibility. Through CrossFit, he's a business owner here in town. And as I said, Karen's here. His 2 daughters are here cheering him on. Such a family affair. Lots of support. Greg Baker, who is beside him, is in the green t-shirt.
Big Greg Baker.
Greg Baker got a chance to visit a CrossFit gym in Ireland. I believe he may be wearing the t-shirt, souvenir from that. Greg's a big guy, so he likes the wall ball.
See, former baseball player, you can see the elasticity elasticity in his arm, the way he chucks that ball up and he lets his arms go loose. He knows how to control his upper body that way. Something that should help him fare well in this workout.
It's true, and actually one of my favorite moments is if you were watching a CrossFit 12.1 workout, which was our first workout of the 5 weeks, 7 minutes of straight burpees. Greg Baker was on the floor for a good 2 minutes after you guys on TV Coach showed him extreme close-up for a couple of minutes. I'm sure his kids who were watching at home were worried about Dad on the floor. I don't think he opened his eyes for a minute and a half.
Well worth the close-up.
Yeah, it was my favorite one. So I like watching Greg. He puts forth such a great effort. We see Cindy with her arms against the garage door just taking a break. It is better to take a break sort of in a standing up position so you can get that full breath of air in. Bending over, not the best option, but sometimes it seems like that's all you can do.
As much as you want to, it's really hard. It's really beneficial to stand up. I know myself personally, if I could collapse in a heap on the floor about 3 minutes into every workout, I would.
It's true. But our coaches and our judges just don't let us do it. They keep us always working at our optimal level. We're about 6.5 minutes left to go, which means I'm assuming Sherry Stevenson in the middle in the purple is probably close to being done her wall ball.
That's a safe assumption. She's probably getting close. You can see that number of reps is starting to dwindle in each set. The thing with the wall ball, it's an up and down movement, like the burpee, like the toes to bar. It's full body. You're pushing with your legs. You're pushing with the arm. The hip is completely closed at the bottom, completely open at the top. It's extremely difficult to maintain a pace when your entire body is moving.
It's true, and actually I'm one of those ones that kind of comes out of the gate too fast and I suffer later for it, but today I did do sets of 10. I did a first set of 30 and then I just did sets of 10 all the way through, and it worked well for me. It was something that was, I was able to keep calm and just go 10, 10, 10. I knew exactly when I was dropping the ball.
They're all different types of movements that people love and people hate.
Yeah.
It just depends on the type of person you are. Kim, just from working out with you, I know you like to get in close to the wall, you get nice and comfortable, you kind of get your tunnel vision on, and this is one of those movements that you just kind of work through.
I do, like the wall ball.
Absolutely. Where myself, I get a little bit squirrely, I like to run around the gym a lot, take long breaks. This is not something I do well at.
Don't put you in a corner with a wall ball.
That's right. Don't give me a wall ball. Never give me a wall ball.
I hope Julie keeps this going here. You can see the squat is nice and low. If our athlete, if I was judging an athlete and they were not getting their butt down low enough, another option that we can do as judges is place another medicine ball behind them and say your butt must get low enough in your squat that it touches that medicine ball and up you go. But you can see their squats are beautiful, very, very low squats.
When you're new to the gym, your body does not yet have the awareness to tell you where you are in the squat. That's what the ball's used for. You can see a lot, but in a competition, not allowed.
Not allowed?
Not allowed. If you have that ball there, it'll be counted as a no rep.
Okay, I didn't know that.
There are too many little benefits to having it there. You can bounce off of it, you can sit down and take a rest. Nobody likes that.
It's true. I was coaching some newbies today in the gym, and they were using the ball to learn to get low enough in their squat, and eventually you get so tired they were sort of bouncing off it. You're not allowed to bounce off it. Just tap to it and get the depth.
4 minutes remaining. Sherry Stevenson must be pretty close to getting that wall ball done. Even though there's 4 minutes, to those of us who have never CrossFitted before, 4 minutes sounds like not a long time at all. But in CrossFit, that could be an eternity. The 90 double unders will not take her long, and then she's onto the rings. If she has a minute, even 45 seconds to play on the rings, it's not going to be an issue for her to get a couple of reps.
You're right, 100% true. And double unders, you can do, in 10 seconds, you can complete more than 10 double unders if you're proficient at double unders. So 90, again, if you can do them, it's not a huge number. Again, if you're at home and you're watching, your 4th week of CrossFit Open WODs and you're thinking, that looks tough, all these guys look like elite athletes. First of all, not the case. I've said over and over again, week after week, we're just regular people that come into the gym and train every day.
Sherry Stevenson onto her double unders, Greg Baker onto his double
So hopefully that doesn't play with her being, trying to keep calm in her double unders.
You can hear the crowd, the noise starting to elevate now. They know what's at stake, especially for Sherry. A lot of her teammates on the side behind the tape right now really cheering her on.
Yeah, she'll get there. She'll get to the rings. And the other thing, just back to what I was saying, you're sitting at home, I don't know if I can do this. Yes, 100%, I believe, we all believe, knowing CrossFit, how all-inclusive it is that you can. So on this 4th week of competitions, I would like to put out an open call or a sort of call out to absolutely anyone to give me a call, 905-462-4977. And the first 5 people that call me and tell me, I don't think I can do it, but I'm willing to give you myself for 1 month, I will give you $25 off our Foundations newbie package. So again, 905-462-4977. Give me a call. I will prove that you are wrong.
And then you get to work out with me.
That's the highlight, really. It really is.
Sherry Stevenson off the double unders. About 1:30 for her on the ring. She's going to chalk up. She's going to take close to about 30 seconds to get her breath back. The muscle up is one of those movements. You need to have yourself composed. A little bit of gas in the tank to be able to get it done. You can see her coach, Dan Albagaria, telling her, relax, take your time here. 1 minute left. There's plenty of time to get these reps. She's going to step up.
It's true.
Away she goes.
She wants that composure because it's a movement that takes a lot of oomph. It's like somebody, winding up to take the hardest punch in the stomach. She's got to compose herself so that she's ready for each muscle up, one by one as they come.
Her husband, Yen, also does gymnastics with her, giving her a little bit of encouragement, a few tips on what she needs to do to get this done. Because once you fail, especially that first one, it's a bit of a downhill slope.
It's true, and you can see beside her, Julie Christensen, to the right. She just came off the wall ball and literally hobbled over to her double under rope. Her legs are feeling jello.
Fight for that first one.
Did she get that one? Did it count?
Trying to get out, though. She knows one is not enough.
Also, Sherry falling at the bottom.
Look, they're telling her she's got to give it one more go. 11 seconds on the clock. Compose herself. Big swing. Trying to get that chest through. She's caught it. Up she goes.
Awesome job. And so we have heat number 4 done. We will have all those scores up for you. Can't wait to see you next week at our last week. So from TV Coach Nicole and from Reebok CrossFit Firepower here in Melton, we'll see you next week.